welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the NC State Wolfpack and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
NC State's head coach told me before the game, he understands what a challenge this is. Number one, the stadium is one of the best in college football. Every time you step foot in this crowd, in this stadium, you have to be at your best from a communication standpoint. This top 25 team will be a challenge, and he understands his guys have their backs against the wall. They have to communicate and be effective at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Making the adjustment on the play. Trying to establish the run. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On play action. Out wide right, it's Alexander. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Finds his man. It's Cook. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Long way to go on 2nd down. To throw, it's Knight. They're all over it. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Plows his way ahead. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
They'll try to move the chains on 4th down. NC State comes to the line. Looking for the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
You know, you go for it on 4th and inches in this fringe area of the field in your opponent's territory. I'd be curious to see if on the next play now, they're going to try and take a shot and see if they can catch the defense sleeping.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Wilson will throw. Snags it. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Wolfpack picked up that last first down with the completion. Let's see what they do here. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Catch in the middle. It's Jennings. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Driven back.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and 4th or 3rd down and goal situation.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Quick strike through the air for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Coming out with it, it's Miller. He gets a block. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wilson to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got a man. It's Ncaa. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. DB's right up on the receivers. Fresh center downs going to the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Got it behind the line. It's Jennings. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Trying to squeak through the pile. Looks as if NC State has a first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Wilson will throw. Right side, it's Ncaa. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Back to pass on second down. On target over the middle. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up for the PAT.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Deep in the end zone, it's Cunningham. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Off play action. Rolls right. On the run, deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
To the air, it's Knight. Unloads it downfield. Leaping grab for a big gain.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Off play action on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quarterback keep right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Trying to get behind the defense. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Got to make the play on 4th. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, NC State. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. From deep, it's Cunningham. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Finds his target. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. And after they mark off the yardage for the personal foul penalty, it's 1st and 10 for this offense. We'll send the tight end in motion. Moving the pocket, it's Knight. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down to the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
3rd and long coming up. He's changing the play. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Oh, he's got some space. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. First 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Wilson to pass. Into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Lets it fly. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Snagged it in the end zone and put points on the board. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
One more snap coming before halftime. Handoff to the lone back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 4 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Sooners with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that's 4 straight on the season for this team as they continue what is now a nice little streak. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Short completion on 1st down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Motion from the back. Wilson will throw. Floats it out in space. Crosses the 30. Turning it on. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Once he got some room, it was over. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.
Number 96, set to kick it away.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. They tried to get the wall set up for him, not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. Looking for running room. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. 2nd down, going to throw it. Throws to the tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all some...
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Oh, pressure's coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there.
This quarterback has thrown a lot of picks. I don't know if he's just not seeing the field right or he's just trying to force too many throws. That should have been number 4 right there, but the defender dropped it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Unloads in the nick of time.
Not a lot of good plays for 3rd in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Still looking. He'll pull it down and run. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to pass. Look out! They got him. Great pressure by this defense. NC State quick to the line. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be...
And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Flying down the left side. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
How about the defensive line? You know what? They're so athletic, they might as well be called running backs. They were running backs in another life. Probably should be anyways. Look at how he scoops up the football, makes a play, chews up yardage, almost houses that puppy. What a great athletic play. One of the most athletic players on the field.
Wilson to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. NC State now operating from the red zone. Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. He's looking to throw. Rushes on. Just got rid of that one.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Looking down the middle. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
The Wolfpack line up, facing 3rd and approximately half a mile. Wilson will throw. Hubs it downfield. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line to pick up a 3.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so...
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point.
Number 96, set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Cunningham. He's got great speed. He's got it out. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, take, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards for the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the third quarter and get it back with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Wilson to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. They went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
Well, listen, they say they play defense for a reason, right? You had an interception on the last drive defensively. You had a golden opportunity to come away with another one right there, but he puts it on the ground.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Makes a catch. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. The give to the lone running back. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 fourth down attempts, they'll try it again. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. And I got to be honest, I like it.
Selling the fake. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snapped on 4th down. They get to him as he throws. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here, because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Grab behind the line. It's Jennings. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Tells to fake. He'll throw it. Way off target there. Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Needs it here on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. We all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. All these plays still matter.
And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? 1st down here for the offense. Sells the run, looking to pass. Going to try to get it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking to pass, it's Knight. Out wide left, it's Reynolds. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down.
It's hard to imagine that that's his first catch of this game so far. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, and they knew if they were going to win this game, he had to touch it a lot. They had to get him involved. They haven't been able to do that. That's a big reason why they're trailing by so much.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? They haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. If we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Enough to move the chains. And he scores! Touchdown, Rebels! The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
The give as they work on that clock. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Plows through the defense. And he's brought down after a nice gain on the play. Give him 7 on that one, and now we've reached the 2-minute timeout. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Wilson will throw. The screen, he's got wheels. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Miller. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
And the extra point is good. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game.
First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
And after the failed connection on second down, this offense faces a third down. Wilson to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's fourth down. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Got to make the play on fourth. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ncaa stayed at the line with a 1st and 10.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the...
Caught! Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. From the gun. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Touchdown, NC State! On the sideline, got it in the end zone. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they march the ball 41 yards on that drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Miller. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Drops back, it's Knight. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw one first. Rush right in his face. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, NC State.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. Quarterback changing the play. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap.
Ready, hey, kill it. 180, raise car. 180, raise car.
Snaps it, and he has to have it. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires.